Welcome everybody to Clyde's Corner Podcast. That's right, we're back. We're gonna start having weekly guests and chit-chatting again, just because people missed out on it, and everyone likes listening on Spotify, watching it on YouTube, and also watching live on Twitch. So we're gonna try and do this every Saturday. It won't be until the next one won't be until December 8th because of the new content, and I have some family stuff. But anyways, we got Mr. Sweatcicle here. And that's right, the good old bud, Mr. Sweatcicle here. He's with us first week, looking like a snack. And people have always asked from the get-go, like, when you're gonna have guests on, when you're gonna have buds on. So why not have one of the best, right?
Something like that.
Something like that, he's looking kind of old there, man, with the beard. Not gonna lie, growing in the whiskers.
Yeah, I went from looking about 16 to about 17 now, so
we're getting there. Chat, when I tell you this guy got carded at the casino in Vegas every hour.
Yeah.
Anytime we went to a new table, the dealer would card him, and then the pit boss would card him. It was like it was hilarious.
It was kind of to be expected, though. Like, I kind of knew, even though I did have the little caterpillar going on right here. It was, I mean, it's not going to help my case at all, unfortunately.
Right. I would just look at him like, do you want my ID? I want to feel young, like they wouldn't card me. I'm like, must be the gray in the beard,
I was going to say, because they knew your dinosaur ass was good to go, so.
Dinosaur ass. No, Vegas was a good time, by the way.
Yes, it was. It was
big winner over here.
Yeah, first time in Vegas. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing though. Like, I don't really have any desire to go back, but like,
they send you any like emails like come back?
I'm surprised. I've not gotten an email. I've not gotten a text. I have not gotten a phone call about coming back. And I don't know if that's just because I rinsed them a little bit or what the deal is there. But
I think you rinsed them too much. They don't want you to come back,
Yeah. It was great though. That hotel that I had, bro, by the end of it, I think I only ended up paying, and this was without like any of the winnings or anything.
Mm-hmm.
All the comps that they gave me, I think I ended up paying like a little under $200 for that room for like 5 days.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I go to like hand my card in at the cashier, and Sweat's like, "Did you get your platinum card yet?" I'm like, "Bro, no, I'm still on silver." And then they're like, "Oh, Clyde, you're upgraded to gold." I'm like, "Damn, I just hit gold. This guy's on platinum." I'm like, okay. And I was taking the L at the table so he could win, because I was getting shit cards.
Sure.
Every time you hit a 15, he pulled a 6. He got 21. He got lucky as fuck.
Are you talking about me or the dealer?
I'm talking about you.
That's fucking cap, and you know it, dude.
Telling you. I seen
it. Dude, especially at the Aria that first night, bro.
Oh, the Aria, we got rinsed. Yeah, we got rinsed the first night. We was $50 a hand. I got rinsed for my cash that I had on me, so I went and took some more out. And then I went over to roulette and just said, "Roll it on black." And luckily I got my money back. So I walked up to the table, seen Sweat playing. I'm like, I'm broke even. Time to leave.
Yep.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, roulette was not nice to me. The only thing that was nice to me was blackjack. I got rinsed on roulette and I got rinsed on craps. So
you didn't get rinsed too bad on craps.
I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I didn't really go in too heavy either, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I was just doing it for fun. So
yeah. I mean, we got so lucky, Chad, on craps. So we all walked up to the table. It was me and a couple buds, and I probably rolled 25 rolls without crapping out. And then two buds next to me, they did the same thing, and I'm Sweat's standing there trying to get a spot. He's like, "Let me in!" Like, the table was full, and we just came off this rinse. Like, we were like, "Oh man, that was really good." And then Then the dice finally made it to the other side of the table, and these guys were rolling sevens like it was their job. I'm like, bring the dice back down this way. And then I think Sweat stood next to me, and he got on a good win streak. He had like a good 15 rolls.
Yeah, for a little bit. Dude, I saw you and what was that guy? Pittsburgh had a little bit of a bromance going on there. That guy was loving the shit out of you when you were rolling.
You're not supposed to tell people that I was bonding with Pittsburgh Steeler fans, okay?
Listen, I gave the baseline. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas
This
beyond
guy's
that.
out here
But
snitching. My Cleveland Browns teammates and friends around here, might dislike me for that. But yeah, Chad, as I was winning Pittsburgh a lot of money, and I was calling my shots. I was like, you guys need to bet on a hard 8. Here it comes. I rolled a hard 8. And then like 2 rolls later, I'm like, hard 6 coming out. I rolled a hard 6. And he comes down and he's hugging me and he's freaking out. But he kept throwing chips. He kept tipping me for rolling. So I'm like, hey, man, let's roll the dice. And it was a good time.
I still couldn't get over those waitresses that kept coming back around. They were like 60 and they were mauling if you didn't fucking tip them for a water.
Oh,
That
yeah,
you know who
yeah.
I'm talking
We were
about.
at Caesars.
That one fucking lady.
We were at
dude.
Caesars and we all got on a craps table and we all ordered a shitload of drinks. There was like 5 drinks. And like, I didn't order them, the boys, everyone behind me did. And I was just handed a drink. And she's like, you enjoy those drinks. And I'm like, oh shit, they didn't tip her. I'm like, so I throw our $5 chip. I'm like, boys, like, they don't like that around here, Which she was rude, she shouldn't have said that, but I mean, I get where she's coming from. But let's be honest though, those drinks from the waitresses when you're on the tables, the free alcohol, yeah, that shit's water. I'm sitting there drinking all these Long Island, just damn, it's empty already. Give me another one. But you gotta watch out. But yeah, she was kind of rude. But I mean, that's just how it is. If you're gonna gamble for free, I mean, if you're gonna drink for free, you at least gotta tip the waitress. She'll keep coming back.
Well, if she doesn't come around every 40 minutes either, maybe I'll consider it, but
That's true too. That's also true, but it was an experience for me. I mean, it was a good first time Vegas, but
yeah, no complaints. Overall, really good.
I came home up a little, but I wasn't a big like Sweat. But today though, boy oh boy. So today, my Buckeyes lost to Michigan, and it was a tough break for me, But I woke up this morning and I downloaded the gambling app and I told myself, don't bet on the game. But what if you do? So I picked an 8-part parlay. And if you don't know what that is, Sweat, I pretty much picked 8 events to happen in the game.
Yep.
And I hit that bitch. Let's just say $400 turned into big juice. And I just
all right, spill the beans. How much did you win? Come on. Don't be a bitch.
I didn't want to say it over stream, but it's then started little 10x 4K juicer,
Okay.
Little 4K juicer, Daddy needed a bonus, So hey, got lucky. But
so you're taking me to Applebee's after this, right? We're doing the 2
for
20.
Yeah, 2 for 20, 2 for 20.
But
so that's why, like, when I signed on, everyone's like, oh, Michigan. I'm like, yeah, Ohio State lost, but I'm a winner right now. So, it's tough, but I was jumping for joy, But don't gamble. Don't bet on sports. I told myself I would never gamble on sports ever again because there was dark times for me back when I was younger. I actually had to sell a car to pay off, but I guess I was
Clyde, his fucking hoodlum days.
I was yeah, Clyde and the hoodlum days, but I made up for it. But it was a good dub. But I already cashed out once I make sure everything's legit on the account and I get the money. I mean, I'm sure it already transferred to my account, but I'm probably gonna delete the app off my phone so I don't go back. But there's nothing wrong with going to the casino and gambling a little bit. That was cool, but still though, do not gamble. You will lose.
I am down millions.
But still though, it was a good experience. Thanksgiving was good. You stayed home, right? You didn't call?
Yeah, it was just me and Evan. We
Yeah.
ordered a pizza and some wings, and I made. Have you ever had that stovetop stuffing in the red box? You know
Yeah,
which one I'm
yeah.
talking about? Yeah,
Yeah,
that just slaps.
I made fresh. I made fresh
Okay.
Thanksgiving. Like I cooked everything. I woke up at 7 a.m., started cooking. My mom was here, being the coach, but she pretty much trained me and Lana how to make the full Thanksgiving feast. So
Hell yeah.
that was dope, and we had a good time. And after dinner, Lana's just at the table, just I'm like, you're getting a turkey hunk shoe right now. That's how it is right there. She's like, why am I so tired? I'm like, you scarfed down your food, and now it's just sitting there like.
Welcome to America.
Welcome, yeah, welcome to America. It's she had a good time though, but pretty new experiences for us. Other than that, what did I do this week? I bought her a 1440p monitor. I
Nice.
saw a huge sale on Amazon. Got the Asus Tough Series 1440p 144 hertz monitor for 260. That's it.
I'm still not convinced I want one. I don't know.
Now, this guy's gaming on 1080p chat with a
Yeah, yeah.
4090. With a 40, I mean, you might as well just, give the 4090 away.
Well, it's not like I'm getting more than fucking 140 frames in D2 anyways,
I
so.
get 240. I get two.
How the fuck do you get 240 frames?
I get 240 frames most of the time. Like if I'm in a raid, I'll drop down to 175. But some areas I'm sitting at 220, 230. You just gotta optimize, right? I literally went through and checked every single setting for my game and brightened some shaders, turned some stuff off, and it just juices. You could just but if you know the rule though, right? If you play at 240 frame rate, I mean, I get one shot by dreg. So
Oh, that too.
that
Yeah,
too,
not only take more damage, but is that crashing issue still a thing? I think it is.
Yep.
That's I've had my frames capped at 70 frames for I think like a year now. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I haven't got the 6 hour crash in a while. So if people that don't know, there's a 6 hour crash on the Nvidia. They say it's Nvidia drivers, but I think it's just Destiny. I think there's a memory leak, but around the 6 hour mark, your game will crash. I haven't had that in a while, but from time to
Yeah.
time, I do get crashes. But I just, man, like I told Lana, I'm like, you got a 4080, you got my old rig, you got a 5950X. You can't be gaming at 1080p, and like, I'm excited to plug that monitor in for her tonight, but I mean, you'll get there. Once you make the jump, you'll be like, oh, okay, I see the difference now. Because it's not just gonna help you on Destiny; it's gonna help you on other games. You know?
Well, what do you mean by help though? Aren't the graphics aren't good enough for you at 1080p or
No,
what?
no, I'm a bougie bitch now. I got spoiled as soon as I made the jump. I'm telling you, man. Like, as soon as I turned on that first 1440p monitor, 144 FPS, and I played on it for a little bit, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm aiming a sniper on Destiny ads, on dregs, on Cabal. I can literally see their shirts. I can see their buttons. I can see every little crease on their detail. I it's crazy how much more you can see in the game. It's just a big difference. Just me, but it's not Fortnite where you need to play at 360. What those new monitors are, what
360
1080p,
hertz? Yeah.
1080p, 360 hertz. But it's not just gaming. I mean, it literally makes YouTube different, and your the resolution on your monitor, like the icons different, like everything just like cleaner. I don't know. It's just I would definitely make the jump, especially now with how cheap the monitors are. But again, that's your call.
Well, I should probably I need some recommendations on some Cyber Monday deals. That's coming up soon, isn't it?
Yeah,
I literally forgot yesterday was Black Friday.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there
I
wasn't
threw
much. There wasn't much, dude. I seen all these TikToks. People, these stores are gonna get sued. By the way, they're
Oh, the
in
Target thing?
they're in Target and Walmart, and it shows a TV on sale Black Friday for 600, and then they pull the Black Friday sign off, and it's the same price. Like Cole, I think it was Kohl's that got sued for that. So I
Sounds
think
right.
I think these other stores are gonna get sued as well. But I mean, like these shoppers, like people don't understand. Like the people that do like shopping, they've been on TikTok viral a lot. these last couple days. Like they're like, look at this store, this TV or this electronics costed this much money 6 months ago, and then they raised the prices and now they dropped them back down for Black Friday. These deals are a hoax. Like they kind of go into some crazy detail, but I think the craziest deal I seen was the PS5 at Target, in-store pickup only for 350. That was a steal, but you had to be like one of the first couple people in line to get that. Have you ever went like Black Friday shopping, like 6 a.m.?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember yeah, I used to that was like a tradition that I used to do with my dad and my brother actually, and dear God, the amount of people that I see fighting over fucking Tupperware it's mind-blowing. It's like
Huh?
it's one of those things that it's like, why would you ever want to go? But if you haven't been, I'd say it's worth it to do it at least once, because it's like one of those things where it's like a train wreck. Like it's a shit show, but you can't stop watching it because it's actually entertaining as fuck.
Yeah. I was back in the douchebag days. I actually worked at Abercrombie and Fitch, and I was like the guy that stood out front with no shirt on, with the shorts on, Hey, ladies, come on in,
You got like 4 bottles of cologne on your
Yeah,
chest,
four.
and
Well,
yeah.
well, no, 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 no. Abercrombie. I don't know if Hollister did it, but like Abercrombie, like um, you they had those like air fresheners in the store, and they would have their cologne in there, and it would go off all day, just nonstop. But
Like
I work.
automatic cologne machines?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I worked.
What?
I worked on Black Friday, and it was one year like it was crazy. Like as soon as our doors like rose up, like people were coming in snatching, sweatpants and like the polos, and like everything, and like they were trying to steal it because they all thought if they rushed all in, a few, most of them were trying to shop, and be first, but there was like two or three people trying to snatch it up, and like it was just crazy to see people go that like nutty for Black Friday deals. Obviously, they got caught, because we had a shitload of staff on, and we were like, hey, you can't just start taking stuff and run out. The buzzers are going off, but I mean, I've seen some crazy stuff. I watched these two girls fight at Victoria's Secret, like brawling UFC. Like it was crazy. Like they were all at the table trying to get like the sweatpants, and they had like I forgot what deals were going on, but I remember these pink sweatpants. These girls were trying to rip it out of each other's hands, and then like they just realized that only one was gonna get it, and they threw them sweatpants down and they started scrapping. I'm like, for real? Over some sweatpants? Like, damn. But it's I don't think Black Friday shopping's like that anymore. I mean, I didn't really see anything online. I didn't see only in Ohio, Uh
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of ruined now, I feel like, because everybody can just
everything's
sit at home
online.
and
Everything's online.
order
Yeah,
online.
everything's
Like, it's
on.
probably better for safety because
It is.
people obviously die on Black Friday by getting like trampled by the crowd.
Amazon killed the game. I mean, Amazon, like it was so easy. Like I seen the monitor, I seen the deal for Lana, and then I'm like, all right, well, let me go compare prices. So I'm lucky. I live by Micro Center, so I pull up Micro Center, and their monitor was $20 cheaper. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna spend $20 in gas just to go out there and come back. So I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna order it. So I click checkout. Showed up at my door 2 days later. Like so I think Black Friday's, juice there. But there's like stuff like, do you really need it? Like, do you really want it? Like, I seen that my Sonos soundbar had a subwoofer on sale. I'm like, yeah, you need more bass to watch movies, but do you really want to spend $600 on that? I'm like, no, I don't need it. Got to.
Don't you already have a crazy sound system though?
I just have I got rid of my sound system. I had the crazy sound system in my old house. I just went with Sonos soundbars, and
Hmm.
they're like really nice. Like, what's nice about like the newer soundbars, like Sonos and Bose and everything, like you can literally just, um, like if I wanted to buy a subwoofer, I just buy it, and then it syncs to the app, and then it's done. Like you just sync the speaker to the app. It's all wireless. It's fantastic. Yeah, but I just wanted more bass. But I'm like, I'll wait. Like I
Take
got.
the fucking house.
Yeah, well, I mean, I finally started decorating. Like I've been in this house for a year now. I actually closed a year ago, and I just started decorating. I just started putting stuff on the walls and shelves. I'm just like, man, you know, Lana's on my case. Like, you know, you told me to push you and we want to do it more. I'm like, yeah, but I'm fucking lazy, you know. But you know, it's been fun decorating and doing stuff and setting up a tree but I gotta start saving, man. Planning this wedding. This wedding ain't gonna be cheap.
The big man's getting married.
The big man's getting married, man. It's, you know.
See, when I met you a long time ago, I wasn't sure if you were actually ever gonna get married.
Yeah, that's what everybody says, you know.
Yeah.
I was a real piece of shit.
I mean, you still are a piece of shit.
I still am a piece of shit. Yeah, I'm still, you know, but the thing is like, you know, like, it's what I always told Lana. I'm like, look, I've been a douchebag. I've been around the block, but it's a good thing to be that way, in my opinion, because you know what's out there, you know? That's why I told her, I'm like, you don't have to worry. Like, I know what's out there. I know what's out there. I know what it's like to be single. I know what these girls are trying to do nowadays. You know, very stinky rat cheese going on. And I'm like, I'm good. You know, I'm good.
Yeah, I'd rather be a jackass all day than a pushover.
Yeah.
Like,
you know, and I told her, I'm like, look, you know, I mean, it was just weird. Like when we first met in January, like we were, you know, technically like dating online for like 3 months. And when we hung out that first night, I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like I've known this girl for like a year. And it was a weird click. And then I just told myself, like, I started thinking, it was when we were at GCX. That was when I told everybody. At GCX, I'm like, hey, I'm going to propose, you know, because I was just like, that one time she went back to Sweden for like 7 weeks, that shit sucked. I'm like, fuck, I'm sitting around this house for 7 weeks by myself. I'm like, this is dog shit. Like, you know, it was back to the Discord hangouts, and I'm like, you know, when she comes back, just pop the question. I did. I told everybody. I told everybody at GCX. Or no, I told everybody at Twitchcon, sorry. I told everybody at Twitchcon when we were in Vegas. I'm like, hey, when we get back, you know, I'm gonna propose. And everyone was like, well, why didn't you do it here? I'm like, one, I didn't want to fly to Vegas with a ring, and two, I didn't want to like propose in front of the Twitch community. You know, I kind of wanted. I did it smart. I had family over.
Hey, Lana, come over to this roulette table real quick.
yeah, come roll the dice. You know, I'm behind her like, hey. But you know, yeah, it's you know. So yeah, we 2 weeks from now we're gonna submit the papers to the immigration lawyer, and then I can start calling venues and plan a wedding. But so far, I mean, we're kind of fucked because, you know, when Bungie announces that, you know, when they announce Final Shape in June, I have a lot of. I know some people might be like, why is Clyde worried about his friends? But I actually have a lot of friends through the streaming community and a lot of viewers that I'd like to see at my wedding, you know? So it's like, this is a one-time deal. So it's like, I kind of have to plan my wedding around content. So I know if June drops Final Shape, the streamers need about 8 to 9 weeks of their time. Between 8 and 9 weeks of a new season, we're cooked by then, you know? So it's looking like an August wedding. But then I also got to think in the matter of fact of GCX being on my birthday, and also people's kids going back to school that week. So it's like, I really don't know when to pick a day yet, you know, but we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. People
will make time, man. It's your day. You pick whatever day you want.
People better make a fucking time, because I gotta pay per person, motherfucker. Y'all, these motherfuckers don't show up, I'm gonna go Jay and Silent Bob on their ass. Like, hey, did I send you that invitation to the wedding on this date and you didn't show up, bitch? That plate cost me $4.99 with tax. You know. Hey, pure chill special. Ready?
Oh God.
Hey Clyde, I can't get on the plane this morning. I'm just not feeling good. Yeah, bro. See you next time. 10 minutes later. 10 minutes later. Hey guys, join up for trials raffles. Mother.
What are you referencing? The Hawaii thing?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, you ditched too.
Hey, I had a reason to ditch. I met my fiance. I had a reason to ditch.
Should have brought her with.
I mean, you can't bring her with. That's the first time we meet.
Okay, that's fair. I'll give you that one.
That's fair. It was in a tough place. I don't know. I've never ditched the boys except that one time. That's it. I've never ditched anybody. It was the one time, and I gave them notice. I gave you like a few weeks notice too. I'm like, nah, I can't do it. So no one forked out, and no one got me a hotel or flights or anything. Like, there was no shame.
So you're coming in a few weeks then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, we don't. You haven't told me when the dates are.
I'm still waiting to hear back on.
Yeah, I need the dates.
I asked Island when we should book for. He hasn't responded yet.
Yeah. I just need to know when to book because I'm going to hang out with dumbass Clyde on New Year's, and then I'll be back on the 1st. And
Good old dumbass Glad.
good old dumbass, and then so I'll be back on the 1st, and then we're thinking a Hawaii trip, chat on it's like January 4th or 5th. We don't know, but I'm ready to swing it because obviously there's not gonna be much going on, you know, with this new season coming out. I mean, it's probably gonna be cooked by week 4. You know, usually on dungeon DLCs that happens. So, but Sweat did say not try and plan my wedding around Worlds Pokemon, so it's not the same weekend. So I'll do that.
I do really want to go to Worlds, but obviously I'll ditch it if your wedding is on the same day.
No,
so.
I don't want to take that away. I'll figure it out. Like I said, it's gonna come down to just whenever a venue has openings or you know, I was told to get married on Friday instead of Saturday. It's cheaper. So
okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
It makes sense, but you know, then we gotta figure it out. You know, we gotta plan the bachelor party. You know, we gotta figure out.
Oh shit.
We gotta figure out all that shit. So, but I think I want to do something cool for GCX since it's on my birthday. I want to throw a rocker there, dude. Just you know, because you know how it is, man. Everybody just everyone just hangs out at the resort, and it's cool and all, and it's cool to hang out at the bar at night. But like, I want to do something fun and maybe like rent a place out, do some fun shit.
Gamers going outside. Whoa.
Gamers going outside. Yeah. Dude, I feel like a piece of shit. I took like 6 vacations this year, coming up on 7. Like, damn, I'm a fucking part timer. Like,
okay. First of all, business travel.
Business. It was all business.
It's not a vacation. All right.
Yeah.
Second of all, tax write off.
Yeah,
Third of all, there's been not shit going on this year. So
all those expensive ass Uber rides in fucking Vegas, tax write off, baby. Yeah. No, I mean it's good. I think that's a good thing. I mean, you know, and that's like this, you know, where I wanted to like travel into of talking was, you know, it's good to take time off, you know, when Destiny 2's fucked, and you know, and that's kind of like what I wanted to ask you. Like, it seems like you've been taking off a lot more time now and having more free time to yourself. Sweat's been hitting the gym. Chad, he's gonna get fucking swole. We're gonna call him Trapzilla. It's happening.
Trapzilla.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, how's it been like with time off and taking more you time? I mean, where's your head at?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like a normal person again. It feels very nice to just realize that there is shit to do outside of Destiny 2. Even if it is just like kind of sitting outside or going for a walk or literally just going to the store. I sound like such a fucking loser saying that, but
it's crazy how it's just that little though of just taking a drive.
Yeah.
You know. But I mean, because I feel like, because I told him this in a call chat that like I think his attitude has just been different. Like I watch when he, you know, like when I'm not streaming, I pull up someone's stream on my phone and then I like broadcast it on my TV. Like when he plays Elden Ring or Liza P, it's on the 77-inch and I'm just eating the popcorn, laughing. But I felt like you're like. It wasn't like blue hair Forsaken Sweat, but we were close. Like it just seems like in the last month or so, like you've been happy, you've been smiling, like you can just tell that you've been having more fun. And I don't know if it's because you've been taking time to yourself or clearing your head, but I definitely notice it.
It's kind of a mixture of both. I had a good conversation with Serdi about this, and I noticed it because we did a duo Nezarec video that he wanted to do. And
Mm-hmm.
looking back, I was in that video. I sounded and looked like I wanted to fucking kill everybody. It
Yeah.
was it was not good, and
Yeah.
I think just not forcing content has been not only better for like the mental health, but just like better for the attitude and better for the content that I do end up making. So I don't know, like you know how I am, we're the same way. I like to sit and grind every single day, but I
Yeah.
think I've realized that trading off that grind to make sure that the shit that I actually do is more valuable is probably worth it for right now
Mm.
until we get something that is like more grindable, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I was, because like that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, because a lot of people always ask that. They've asked me, I've seen them ask you, and I'm sure they ask a lot more. It's like, what do you do as a content creator when Destiny's in the fucking dirt, And it's like what you just said, perfect examples like that. And I saw opportunities, I mean, there was one week where I played like 4 different games. I was like Spider-Man, Call of Duty, Liza P, Destiny, and I was just juggling, and I'm like, damn, like, because you look over, like when you're playing a different game, you look over at the stream time or like the clock, and you're like, what the hell? I've been playing this game for 8 hours. Like,
Yep.
damn. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, oh, time to check out. Did my 8 hours today. Seal it. But I mean, it definitely helped me, and I definitely have the balls now to play other stuff, and I think hands down, Liza P game of the year for me. But
I love that game so far. It was like we did it first. It kind of I guess ties into what I was gonna say though is like obviously like we have our main game and like you don't really want to stray away from that because you don't want to like lose viewership because when you lose viewership that means less potential sponsors.
oh, we already did that. We're
Yeah, because like obviously we don't have an infinite shelf life, right?
no.
Like we gotta make the most of what we've got. So that's why a lot of people do not stray away from their main game is because they want to keep their viewership high, make their money, and disappear. But
Yeah.
it's gotten to a point where like obviously Destiny will continue to live on, but we're kind of like your hand is kind of forced at this point. Like you need to play other stuff just to like have something to do. Because if you sit and force yourself to play Destiny all the time, especially right now, it's just not going to end well. And what was the other thing I was going to say? What were we just talking about? What did you just say? There was
Uh,
something else.
I was talking about how like you play a new game and like time flies, and then I just said Liza P. I s-
Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say, but I don't know. It's I totally lost my train of thought. This is embarrassing, but
He's getting old.
yeah. No, dementia's hitting, dude. I've been getting AARP letters in the mail now. I turned 25, and these motherfuckers are trying
Hey,
to
he
set me
got
up
the
for retirement.
you got the discount on insurance. Let's go.
This is
The
ridiculous.
25 juicer. Were you gonna comment on game of the year?
Oh, I mean, I will. I want it to be Tears, but I know Baldi's Gate 3 or whatever the fuck is gonna win.
Baldi's Gate's gonna win. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's for one reason only. It's because for the small peen gang, they can actually choose their peen size.
Yeah.
They can finally live out their fantasy, motherfuckers.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it was all good. I mean, I think I didn't play Baldur's Gate 3 and I didn't play Zelda, but I watched both and I think they were great games for sure. Um,
Yep.
but it was really cool to see, a company of 6 people make a game like Lies of P and compete with huge From Software titles and sell over 1 million copies. And,
That was 6 people?
6 people, 6 people made that game. It could be 8. I could be fucking that number off, but it's either 6 or 8. I think it's 6, but it's a very small company, and It was just surprising, and I think that it definitely like brought me out of the the Destiny grind, because like you were saying, like you can't just grind. Like you can just grind Destiny every day, because that's what I always tell the up and comers. I'm like, look, when everyone gets bored of the game, you should grind every single day and be the service streamer to grow your numbers, because we all did that. We literally did the grind. We did the Nightfall helps, the Fatebringer helps, the raid helps every single day. Well, that at least I did when no one was streaming the game, and that's how I grew. But it's a little different now because people just aren't watching. Like the viewership for Destiny is in the gutter. Like it's horrendous, and it's the worst time too, because it's quarter four.
Yeah.
Quarter four is a part of the year where you don't want to lose viewership, and that's a whole different thing. That's, I mean, me and Sweat preach this stuff all the time, but I'm telling you, if you're a content creator or you're wanting to get into one, there is an online class for pretty much any school and learn business. Like you got to take a business class, because there's so much more into content creation than just hitting the button every day and taking advantage of, you know, 50 50 percent split dog shit, until you get in the creator program, which that's even hard to
Yep.
do. They got to do like 3 months in a row. It's like, yeah, the whole 70-30 dog shit. I just feel bad for people, but hey, I mean, you got multi-streaming now. You could, I've been doing YouTube streams. They've been great. Kick's like Kick, I don't really promote it, but it's nice. I get excited when people sub on there. I'm like, hey, 95.5, baby. Give me that $4.95. So I mean, it was it's been an experience. Fuck TikTok. We don't do those TikTok lives no more. Those are
Yep.
those are some gremlin motherfuckers on that site, but it's
The chronically online kids.
man, dude, it's like I had one last night. I had to block this kid. I don't like blocking people, because you need hate watchers. And on TikTok, I threw up. I knew the video was gonna do shit, but I did the promo. I told people about the Power GPU Black Friday sales and the Gssups.
Yep.
And this guy comments and goes, I went on PC Part Picker and I priced out what a PC would cost to build it, and Power's $300 more. And I'm like, dude, so I just deleted the comment, right?
Yeah.
I come back an hour later, and that fucker put that comment again. And then I deleted it again. And then another hour, I looked at it again, and he put a different version of it. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna block this guy. But I'm like, first of all, just thinking in my head, like, I hate when people say that, but I told him, like, look, it wasn't $300 because he put the build in. It ended up because he put the name in the build in. It was one of those ready to ship ones. After the tax and title out the door, everything, it was $289, but that was tax included. Like, you know what I'm saying? So of course, you're gonna have some stuff, but it's like, people have to make profit on something. Like,
It blows my mind the amount of people that do not understand that businesses are supposed to make money.
yeah, that's what people don't get. Yeah,
Like, are
it's
you brain dead?
yeah,
Hello?
yeah. Everyone just thinks that no, anything you sell is just not supposed to make some profit. Like, there needs to be profit margins, there needs to be overhead, like there needs to be a whole bunch of stuff. But again, you're paying for luxury. You're paying for having customer service, you're paying for a warranty, you're paying for not having to put it together, not have to set it up, not have to do anything. Like, I'm sure a lot of people have had that scare that have put together PCs and they go to hit boot and it doesn't kick up. Then what?
The fan wires light on fire because
Fan,
you
yeah, fan doesn't
plugged it in
work.
wrong.
Something ain't plugged in right, or something's not plugged in 90% of the time, and then it's or something's not plugged in 90% all the way, and it just sparks, or someone's like just building the PC on carpet and they didn't get rid of their static. It could be anything.
The classic.
Yeah, it's just like it just goes for like that on everything, and it it kind of leads into, you know, labor costs and just it's just like anything. Like that's the main reason why I sold my company, because it got to the point where, you know, in 2019, you know, before the plague hit, a lot of my customers,
Plague.
were just asking me. They're like, "Can you come off your price? You know, can you do this? Can you, you know, hey, Steve said he'll do my yard and maintenance it for $40 a week, and you're charging me 45." I'm like, "I'm charging you 45 because you know, I'm managing your shrubs, your bushes, your mulch, I'm spraying repellent, you know, I'm cutting, I'm bagging, you know, like you're getting what you pay for, you know." And
Yep.
then, you know, I was very lenient with people because I was all about customer service with my company. I'm like, hey, keep them happy and they'll keep coming back. And it worked out really well. But then when I started being lenient with people, like there'd be times where people would be like, hey, you know, I can't pay this month. I'll get you next month. And I'd let that fly. Don't ever, don't ever do that. Because once you do it once, they just take advantage of you. And I'm like,
Yep.
fuck. I'm like, dude. And then, like, you know, everybody started doing landscaping, and you know, that's when I started pitching higher jobs and getting condominiums and doing like big projects and doing big, you know, big landscape designs, like patios and gazebos and, you know, crazy shit, you know, fireplaces and all this stuff. And then, you know, it just got to the point where people just didn't want to pay. You would break down you'd be like, all right, this job costs 5,000, but here, you know, you're going to pay 3,500 for materials, but I'm going to break down why I'm charging you $1,500. You would tell them how many people would be working. You'd tell them the man hours, and they'd be like, that's too much. I'm like, how about you go to work tomorrow for half your wage? Well, I don't want to do that. I'm like, well, the fuck, I don't either. Like,
Yep.
I don't want
No
to work for
shit.
half price, you son of a bitch. I'm like, you know, like, do you understand that there's insurance, there's stuff involved, like there's travel time, there's drive time, wear and tear on the trucks. Like, you just want your fucking or your house redone for cheap. You know, you get what you pay for, and like that's the main reason why I got out. And you know, I took that leap, but lucky enough, I found someone to buy it. But can't be like that. I always tell that story of, you know, how that lady, that lady and her husband went cheap, and I swear to God, I went in this guy's basement, took a hammer to his wall, and they didn't put no fucking studs. There was no studs in his drywall in his basement. The
What?
drywall was on the concrete. Yeah, so they put studs on the bottom. So they put a 2x4 on the bottom of the wall and on top of the
Okay.
wall. Okay,
But not in between.
but no studs in between. So it was all concrete on the 3/8 drywall, and literally, like, you don't do 3/8 drywall in a basement. You know, I mean, they'll do it now. They'll do it the cheap way, but I mean, you should put thick, you know, insulated, you know, studs and everything. But like, yeah, I was like, dude, there's no studs in your wall. And I'm like, can I keep going? Like, can I keep hammering and like look to see how they like how they seam these drywall pieces together? And I got to the point where we ran out on the end, and the two of the drywalls were seamed together with a piece of wood. So on the back, so two drywall pieces would meet. They drilled into the wood and then mudded over it, and that 2x4 wasn't connected to the concrete. It was the
It was
shittiest.
floating?
It was yeah, it was just a floating. It was so bad, but I
What
told.
sort of fucking Ronald was building that shit? How is that even legal?
So there was this happens a lot, but there was a company going around robbing like the elderly. So they'd pitch a job and they'd be like, hey, you know, heard you're in the market for, like, they would just knock on people's door and they'd be like, I'm a general contractor. I heard you were getting about some work done. You know, did you want to walk through me? It was a complete bullshit. But some people might be like, oh yeah, I was thinking about getting this done. You know what I'm saying? And then they find out what you need done, and then they kind of just jimmy you and take your money. But
Fucking Jimmy you.
yeah, they got rolled, but you know, and I told them too, like, it was funny because they called me and they're like, should we take this deal? I'm like, no one's doing a full finished basement with a bathroom and everything, depending on the square footage size, like you're looking at like 12 grand, you know, like 12 to 15, which
Which
is
is pretty normal.
pretty normal. But they're like, oh, this guy's gonna do it for 7. I'm like, hello. That's the trigger alert. No one's pitching a $7,000 bid. So there must be a reason why it's that cheap. And that was it. That was a wrap. And I told them, don't do it, don't go cheap. They're like, well, we can afford it. I'm like, all right, well, you're gonna get what you pay for. And I'm like, you know what? After that, you just couldn't compete with these people. Like everybody does it now. Like it's just like it's like the sneaker game and it's the Pokemon cards and like the PS5s and the graphics cards. Everybody's doing it now. So people will just come in and like ruin the integrity of the business or the side hustle because they'll bid high or they'll bid low and like kind of ruin the game. And I'm glad I got all that shit.
That's always the worst, like when people bandwagon onto something they know is like, what's the word, like just popular right now, and they kind of ruin the integrity of a lot of things. I hate when it makes like things that you care about look bad.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
shit sucks.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of how it goes nowadays. I mean, everybody jumps on the train. It's like even the consoles still. I wonder how many people went to Target that day on Black Friday, grabbed those $350 PS5s, and now they're on eBay for
They're on
600.
eBay. Yeah.
600, 700. Because parents are out there trying to, or gamers are out there trying to get themselves a deal on a next gen console, but they're all scooped up. But I mean, that's how it is with shoes, man. Like I can't even buy no new shoes right now because the prices are just horrendous. Like,
Don't you have enough shoes?
I mean, you don't understand what I see back there. You know,
Oh,
that's
I see what I see. That's a lot of shoes.
that's all write-offs, brother.
Yes, it is. You're damn right. Dude, I got my own shelf over there. You already
Oh
know.
yes, I see the shelf
Firm,
back there.
firm handshakes. Oh yes, behind the tree.
Yeah, behind the tree, we see that back there. That new thing he just bought on the shelf, he's gonna put it there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's one day. One day it'll pay off for collecting maybe. But if not, oh well. But I mean,
I sure hope so. We'll see if I don't even know if I'll ever sell like my collection. I don't know if you thought about that with like your shoe collection, but I sit there and I'm like, I spend a lot of time collecting this stuff. Am I ever actually going to sell it? Like if someone offered me some ridiculous price for it, sure, maybe, and then I could recollect later, but I
well,
don't
I
know.
always told myself I want to trade. I want to trade up to the Marty McFlys.
Okay.
I want them. I want the Back to the Futures. Unfortunately, in like a size 12, where I'm looking at about if I went to a sneaker con and I made a bid, I could probably get them for like 18 grand. But I'd rather just trade up. So I'd rather collect what I have now and then find someone that has a pair, and I'd be like, hey, I can make you an offer of 2, 3 pairs of my shit for yours, and kind of seal the deal. But I don't think I would ever like sell all the ones I have now just because I've done that in the past. I sold a collection of like I had like 52 pairs and I sold them all and I missed them. Like the next week, I'm like, damn.
Yep.
I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have sold them, and I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is coming back next year. Fuck no, he's going to the NFL. Even though he's going to lose money. That's what's crazy. He's going to lose money from leaving his contract in college and get paid less money in the NFL.
That's actually insane.
Yeah, college players make those crazy deals now. Ask Sweat if he's ready to yell at you in the dungeon. Ah, yes, we all know that I'll be asking 20 million questions. Hey, Sweat, what are we doing? Shoot the fuck!
Yep. Clyde,
So
I wasn't paying attention.
So we're shooting. So we're cleansing light. Yes, we're cleansing light. Is light this one? No, it's the next one. This one, Sweat. Yeah. Hey, it's. I mean, think about
it. The classic dungeon experience.
Causing the white, dude. Wiping. I mean, look what I did when I jumped the gun and goes to the deep, and I cleansed the wrong symbol. That was a shitty restart. That took a while.
Oh, I remember that now. Yeah, I just had a little PTSD flashback.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that wipe sucked. The timer was running out though. I was like, I don't know which one to do, so I'm just gonna pick one.
Yeah, 50-50.
50-50, it was more like, a 25% chance, but it's whatever. It worked. But no, it's just different now. Like it's different now with like streaming. Like I really preach by that though. I really think people need to learn business more. That's kind of like why I was rambling down that conversation because, you know, me and Sweat talk a lot about this a lot off stream, you know, business plans, what to do for our future. Like, we don't just sit around and stream, you know, so it's, you know, waiting on Bitcoin, waiting for it to just run one more time, you know, just go back up and get an all-time high and we're good to go. We're just waiting for that to happen. It might be a while, but.
So you bring that up, I already know what chat's gonna say. They will never stop giving me a hard time about the fucking phone thing, bro.
The phone thing.
Did I ever tell you the full story of the phone thing?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I went to go trade in
Oh
for
yeah,
this
this.
phone.
Oh yeah. The $65,000 loss. Yeah.
Yeah, so for anybody who didn't hear this, I went to go upgrade my phone because my last one, you know how iPhones after a while the battery just like lasts like 5 minutes. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna
Because
go
you do
trade in
the.
this
It's.
phone.
You know why it does that, right? When you do, Apple got in trouble for this. I think they fixed it. Every time you do a
I know what you're
software
talking about.
update, it slows your phone down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it makes the battery worse.
makes it
I
worse.
went to go trade in my phone. They're like, "Oh, we can give you like I think it was like $300 credit towards the next phone if you trade in your phone." I was like, "Okay, sure, no big deal." I had a crypto wallet on my phone that I thought I had the backup keys for,
Yeah.
and so when they transferred all the data from the old phone to the new phone, that wallet just didn't make it over. So the only way to get my money back on or from that wallet was to have the 24 keys to that wallet. Nope, no keys, and I bought the world's most expensive iPhone or second most expensive, whatever the fuck. I lost a lot of money.
Yeah. So. All to save $300.
To save $300, I lost
Cheap,
65 grand.
cheap
So
bastard.
cheap bastard. That's 300 schmucks. But that is also why I'll never trade in my phone ever again.
I have all my
Ever.
phones upstairs. So like what's funny that you say that is when I bought my new I think this isn't the newest Galaxy that came out. It's like the year before. When I got this one, you know, I ordered it from Samsung when they launched, and when I went to AT&T, I wanted to make sure that I could just switch it over with no problem. And they're like, "Oh, you could just sell us your old phone." I'm like, "Nope, no sir. All my two-factor authentications there." I got like all my old phones upstairs just in case, because like there was some stuff that like I
Yep.
didn't want to switch over. Like all my crypto stuff is on my old phone still, all my passwords. Like I didn't want to switch all that over to the new phone because it's just such a pain in the ass. And I made sure of that. But yeah, it's pretty crazy when you know when you make a crypto wallet and then you need the what's it 24 words, you know, the
24 sequential words.
24 sequential words. You got to write it down. I wrote mine down, typed it out, and threw it in a safe. You know, and I have like an email with it in it. I have a screenshot with it in it. Like, you know, because you never know. Like something could, you know, water flood and say you just never know. I mean, my shit's waterproof, but like you never want to lose that. You know, because I mean, that's the shit. You know, that's the stuff. That's all I do. Like when I'm off stream, that's all I do is like I do research on investments, set up, you know, because like everybody now, what does everybody do? They retire, they collect their 401k, and then they wait on, you know, a pension or
Yep.
you know whatever they had set up. And as a content creator, you don't have none of that. You know, you don't have a 401k. You don't have, you know, hell, you don't even have insurance.
Health
You know, you don't
benefits.
even have
Yeah.
health benefits. You don't have anything. You know, you don't have vacation days. You don't have nothing. Like you need to set yourself up with all that. You know, and then you know there's some stuff where you can do Roth IRAs or you could do stock options, and you could start one. And you know I did that right away. I started all that. I started a 401k. I've had a 401k for since like 2018. So um
It's part of being a dinosaur, huh?
yeah,
Starting the 401k early. Sheesh.
yeah. I mean I've paid into 401k in previous jobs, but I mean we don't know if you know, because like right now what do people do? Like I said, they retire, they collect social security and their other benefits that they had from their job or pension. We don't know if social security is ever going to be a thing when we're older. We don't know if they just get rid of that. You know, we're already, you know, the world's already in enough debt as it is. So I mean, you kind of got to set yourself up with this kind of stuff. You know, it's like the other day we were talking about like buying versus leasing or buying a house versus renting a house and credit and all that. Like people don't, it was very intriguing because there was a lot of younger people like asking questions about credit and all that. Like it goes a long way. You got shit credit, it sucks. There's not much you could do. It's tough out there, but
Oh, and you learned that when I was there because Clyde was with me when I bought my car, chat.
oh, that's fucking sick. I tell that story all the time.
Bro,
The
it's the most
salesman,
ridiculous thing ever.
the salesman looks at me when I'm sitting there with Sweat while he's buying his Jeep. Oh, you've done this before. I'm like, yeah, I'm here to skip all the bullshit.
So yeah, as far as credit goes, they sit me down. They're like, "Oh, put in all your information and like ask how much you make and stuff." I got approved. There's like I don't know how many options there were for like car loans. I got approved by only one. Nobody else would approve me,
he
and it
only
didn't make any sense.
he only got approved by one bank, and it was it was a high risk bank. You know, um, my first vehicle that I bought. Now the only reason I'm not going to mention the company, but
Yeah.
it's because you're high risk because you're on a self-employed company. You're a self-employed business. When I bought my Malibu, I used my business income and I also used my Twitch income because I wanted a better rate and like a better deal, because when you're a business owner, sometimes your shit's ass end a couple months and flip sideways because more jobs are coming in but less money's coming in. So I used my Twitch income and like I had to prove everything. I had to print out PayPal statements. I mean, it was crazy how much digging they had to do just to buy that car. And then I buy the car and then it gets fucking totaled 2 months later. But it was the same thing. Like that only one bank approved me. And then we're sitting in finance and they're saying like, "Oh, well, your payment was this, but since this is the only company that approved you, now your payment's this." And like Sweat's looking at me, he's like, "Hey, I thought our payment was locked in here." I'm like, "Well, you got a different rate now, a different interest rate, so your payment went up." But he got to, see it. You get treated differently, and we both got treated the same way when I bought my house and he bought his house. I mean, they dig everything. They want every bank statement. They want every piece of information. Hey, why did you make X amount of dollars this month? And next month, and then the next month, why did you make this? Well, I had a good month. We love Raid Shadow Legends,
Yep. Shut up, Raid. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for the sponsor, but like you had to explain all that shit. But yeah, like they gave him the same scenario as me. We both got the same speech. They're like, "Oh, well, just because you don't have debt and you make good money doesn't mean that you can get approved." And you're like, "What? That doesn't make
any sense.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
You buy the car in cash. Like, I'm just trying to get my credit up, bro, because this whole system is ass backwards.
Yeah. I mean, I literally. So what I do is I split my monthly bills up into 2 credit cards a month. I have 3 credit cards. I have my 2, and then I have a credit card that I give my mom so she could just use it whenever. Shout out to moms, take care of them. And this month I charged a little more because I did the double payment. I did the double mortgage payment this month. I do that twice a year. And since my like usage went up and then I paid the payment down, like I paid it all off, because I always set the money aside, for my bills, but I just charge it to have a credit usage. When I paid that credit card off for charging the monthly statement, my credit went down 50 points. I'm like, yo. So I fucking call him. I'm like, "Hey, is this right?" "Well, yeah, your credit card utilization, then you made a fat payment." I'm like, that makes no sense. I'm like, I didn't close an account because you never want to close an account. Like if you open a card, don't ever close a credit card. Don't ever close an account. Just leave it open because it's not good. And I'm like, I'm on the phone with them. I'm like, I know you guys hate that when people do that, but you shouldn't report it, because they'll report it right away. Like, and they're like, "Oh, well, why don't you just let payments build up?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I just want to get fucked in my ass by 22%, you asshole."
Let me just get bent over for your enjoyment.
The old
Thank
thumb
you,
up the
man.
butt trick. And, and they hate it. But you know, I was pissed because I'm like, yo, I'm in the 850 score club, bitch. You took me down to 800, you fucker. Like, don't you do that again? But anybody can get there because, man, 2017, 2018, I was in the 500 club. I got fucking railed.
What is a good credit score? I'm gonna look at my shit right now.
Anything above 700, in my opinion, is good. Just because they always use the, like in car deals and anytime like banks pull anything or you know mortgages, as long as you're like a 700, they always use like the 700 and above law. But I think good goes to 750, and then anything above 750 is like great, and then like the elites are like 800 to 850. I don't know the actual term for it, but
Gotcha.
yeah, they penalize you to get them interest payments, and it's crazy, you know. And like, I mean, look at mortgages now, like Jesus, 8%. I'm waiting for them to go back down because I'm ready to scoop. I'm ready to scoop a property up, like.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I wanna get more into real estate and stuff, but
It's scary.
it is because it's like I know it's gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna have to put more attention into it unless I let like or hire somebody to handle it, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I don't want to take the chance of dividing any of my attention when I'm doing the things that I want to do right now, you know? Like I have no plans to quit content anytime soon, so it's like
No, but it's to find the property managers and stuff. And, you know, I mean, we got a guy, but I mean, I texted him last week, and he's like, dude, it's just bad.
still nothing.
He just like he's trying to find us the diamond in the rough, the diamond where it's just, hey, you get this fourplex, and it's juicy. You know, he doesn't want to waste our time. So 670 to 739 is good. 740 to 799 is very good, and 8 to 850 is excellent. There you go.
Am I allowed to say what my credit score is? I don't know if that's like a
Why not? I just said
I
mine.
don't I wait, you did? What is your credit score?
I said it was an 850.
Oh god damn, mine's only like 750, but
I float between like 820 and 850. So because you're always floating around, but 750 is good. And it doesn't matter off your score either. It's the length of it. I know yours hasn't been too long, like the length of your credit, but like I mean the fact that
yeah.
you have a car in your name, you got a house. So, I mean you're good. You're set as long as you don't go down the rabbit hole and make any stupid decisions and miss credit card payments. You're good.
Not yet.
Don't miss a pay. You miss one payment, you're fucked. Like it'll haunt you for God. I think a late payment on a card doesn't come off for 6 years. It's something stupid. It's so long. But you got to be like super late, like 30 days, 60 days late. It's 7 years? Jesus. Yeah.
I just have my shit on auto pay. If it doesn't pay, that ain't my fault, so
Yeah. So don't buy more shiny cardboard. Hey, trust me.
Kai, that's an investment and it's a business write-off, okay?
It's an investment. I mean, yeah, we know he went down the rabbit hole and he bought a whole bunch of Pokemon cards, but you know, hey, I mean, he got some juicers. I mean, he's sitting on juicers, you know, sitting on cards that people wish they had. So, I mean, if I was, I mean, I was the guy that used to bend the Pokemon cards as a kid. I didn't know what the fuck they were. I'm just like,
wipe your ass with the Pokemon card
like
and
that.
then
We
put it in
didn't,
like your
we didn't know what they were.
Tire.
We were doing boomer shit. Like it was called Pogs. I don't know if you know what Pogs are.
No.
Yeah, Pogs. We had what were those? So you had the Pogs and you had the Stunners. The boomers unite there. You know, we had the Stunners. Like you'd throw it down, and the Slammers. That's what they were called, Slammers. Yeah, man, that was we were throwing around little cardboard coins, and we thought they were cool. You know, Pogs were goated. You know that, and what was another? I can go real boomer here. We're gonna go 3 favorite kids' toys. You ready?
Okay.
My Pal 2. My Pal 2. Only the homies knew about that. The basketball rim on the head. Okay.
Okay.
Light Bright. Light Bright's old school.
Oh, Light Bright.
Light Bright's old school, man.
Shit.
You know, you had to put the designs up and put the lights in and then pull the design away.
Yeah.
And The third one for me is the creepy crawler oven. And the creepy crawlers.
I think I remember the Easy Bake Oven, but I think Creepy Crawler was before that. That was like you could make like insects in like a little oven, right? They're like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
were
yeah.
they gummy?
Yeah, they were like gummy, yeah.
Yeah. Oh fuck, what would I pick? First thing on my list is Legos.
Legos, okay, yeah.
Legos.
Yeah, I had the
Light Bright
little
was a flashback.
I had the
Holy
army
shit.
troops. I had the little troops. I didn't have, we did the army troops in the log cabins before Legos.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do
see,
you remember Lincoln Logs?
Lincoln Logs was the shit.
Yeah, Lincoln Logs was good. And then, did you ever have like any of those little? You could put together like little racetrack pieces for like marbles. You drop a marble and it goes down like this little track that you could build.
Yeah,
I forget what those are called, but that is definitely on there for me. I like to build a lot.
yeah. Had a marbles and I forgot what it's called, but it was like the marbles on like the Hot Wheel tracks, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone said they're on Amazon. I'm about to look right now. I'm about to be
Were
like
you one of
7 years
those?
old
What was
again.
those little skateboard things? Were you into those? The little finger
Oh,
skateboards?
tech decks.
Tech decks? Were you into those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was ass at them, but I like to collect them.
Collect them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, they do have this on Amazon. It's like $30. I'm gonna buy like 10.
Yeah, they got a whole. The reason why I bring up toys is because I was looking at toys earlier. I gotta check a bitch real quick. Hey. It's not No Neck, okay? It's Trapzilla, okay? And yeah, Michigan won today, but I won $4,000 off that game. So who's winning now,
Yeah,
bitch?
rolled and smoked,
Little
bozo.
dumbass.
Little
That's
dumbass.
why I'm sitting here happy. Okay, I could be 0-3. I got 4 G's in my pocket from today. It's okay.
Wiping his tears with his $4,000.
It's okay though. I just thought that was funny. What is
80s
that?
toys were the best. What are
What
you
is
talking about? Stick and hoop?
what is this? 15 most popular toys from the 90s. Oh, Stretch Armstrong. Dude, the Tamagotchi digital pets.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the
Yep.
shit. Those were the shit. Skip it. Oh, skip it. So you remember you put it on your ankle and you'd like skip around, and it'd have the
Oh,
the
it'd like swing around?
yeah, it'd swing
Yeah.
around. It would swing around. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. And then the Furbies, dude. The Furbies are on the list. You know,
I do remember Furbies.
Furbies are hot. You know,
As the predecessor to being a furry. If you had Furbies, you were probably a furry.
yeah, yeah. Polly Pocket dolls.
Polly Pockets.
I remember those.
Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then you got the Nintendo 64. I mean, that was iconic. When that came out, like, it was game time. Hit Clips digital audio player. I don't know that one. Oh, Pogs Cap Games on there. Pogs are on here. Okay. Beanie Babies. Those are still huge, right? Beanie Babies. People still collect the Beanie Babies, right?
Not as much anymore. I know my dad had a ton of them in the attic in the garage. I don't know if he still has them, but God, yeah, I remember seeing a shit ton of those as a kid.
And the Super Soaker water guns when those came out. Yeah, those
Oh,
the,
fuck,
the Super
dude.
Soakers, man. Those were the shit. Then we got a Talk Boy from Home Alone. Everyone knows what that was, the voice recorder. Yeah.
Okay.
Bop It from the audio, the Bop It, Twist It, Pull It game.
Twist it.
Yeah.
Pull it.
Easy Bake Oven.
Bop it.
Yeah. So my stepsisters had Easy Bake Ovens. So I was always swooping in, getting the brownie mix.
I was gonna say Clyde smelled the brownies from the other room.
Yeah, I was always swooping, And then Tickle Me Elmo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, dude, some of those. I mean, it's like my neighbors, right? My neighbors, their kids have like it's like a Power Wheel, right? And this thing, like, has remote start. It has like a music box in it. You can hook up your like iPad, like your iPhone to it, and like play music through the speakers. And this is like a Power Wheels thing, And they got it made. Like back in the day, I just had the Bigfoot, but the toys that kids got these days is like dope. And
Oh yeah,
but
bro.
some of those OG names that we just went over, they'll never understand about that. Those OG toys were the shit. And
I think about it a lot. Like, obviously, pretty much everybody likes Pokemon, right? I can't imagine being able to like play Pokemon Go as a kid. I would have shit bricks, bro.
yeah.
Like, I still feel like we got like good childhood toys, but man, some of this is like next level nowadays. It's
Mhm.
insane.
Yeah. I mean, some of the Legos, like if you go to like the Lego stores, like there's a store up here, it's called Legoland.
Oh, they have one in Minneapolis too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
so
been there a lot.
we got like the cheaper version of it, but the Lego store, like some of the crazy things you could build now with Legos is pretty insane. And like I used to build the model cars when I was younger too. I used to do those.
Oh, like you get them from what, like Hobby Lobby or something?
Drug
The
Mart.
ones that you...
Yeah,
Okay,
like
yeah.
like Drug Mart. I do chores around the house because like when I was growing up, like I always wanted toys, but I had to like work for them. I had to do chores. I had to do stuff around the house to earn them. And then like when I do enough chores, they'd be like, all right, let's go pick out a toy. And Drug Mart just had them all. I don't know why they did, but Drug Mart just had all the model cars. And yeah, I would just pick different ones to build like each and every week. And that was like my hobby growing up as a kid. Because I couldn't sit inside, man. I used to get kicked out the house. My parents used to tell me, go outside,
Mm-hmm.
go play baseball, kickball, ride your bikes, do something. When the street lights come on, come inside. And now I'm telling the total opposite. I'm telling like my family members, I'm like, yo,
Stay
you should tell
inside.
your kids to just sit inside and play video games all day. Why? I'm like, well, it's a good career. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah. I mean,
Pretty sure.
pretty sure. Then you tell them like, like I'll show them like crazy deals. Like my uncle, he didn't like really understand it. And I'm like, yeah, like a streamer literally got a better contract than LeBron James's career. Like in his like XQC's deal was more money than LeBron's 2-year deal on the Lakers. It's insane. And I'm like, yeah, this is just one of the guys. It's crazy. And he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, obviously, it's impossible to make it there. I mean, it's not impossible to make it to that level, but that's 0.00001% of a content creator. But there's people out there that make an honest living off of it. But
Yeah.
they might be dodging the IRS for a couple years because man, I'm sick of getting hosed.
Yeah,
That's
I I might have little to no comment on that front.
yeah,
I love paying my taxes.
yeah, it's what's funny though is over the years, like I've actually seen a few content creators stop streaming because of the taxes. Like I remember talking to a few like 2 years ago. They'd be like, "Hey, hey Clyde, I just got this letter. Is this true? Do I owe this much?" I'm like, yeah." They're like, "Well, I can't do this. I didn't save money." I'm like, better get a payment plan or something because they about to hose you real quick, about to collect interest.
Bro, and that's what I never understand is like some of these streamers, it's like, what the fuck are you spending your money on?
That's what
Like,
I don't understand. Like because they're not tweeting nothing. They're not showing. They're not getting new shit. They're not getting a house. Like they're not getting like new upgrades. Like where's the money going? Because as a content creator, you don't need much to keep the lights on. You're paying your electric. You're paying
internet.
your internet, your utilities. But I get it. Watch the DoorDash bills. The DoorDash bills, like get
Yeah,
them. That shit adds up. If you don't have Dash Pass, you're throwing.
that's facts.
Like throwing. Like I mean, I get it. I was bad at that. Like before I had Lana, I would, I'd like meal prep for 2 weeks. I'd be really good, and then I'd just get sloppy. DQ every night. I mean, that was Sweat's fault, by the way. He always wanted to bring up DQ, and we were always getting DQ. And the flamethrower special.
People sleep on DQ, man. I've been saying it forever,
There's
bro.
crack in their
Yeah,
burgers. There's literally crack in their burger. I don't know what it is.
flamethrower burger with some cheese curds, and then you pick whatever blizzard you want, bro. And
That's
that's the fat fuck deluxe right there,
it's
dude.
it's it is good though, man. It's still some of the best burgers ever. But I mean, it's no. I mean, I get it. But again, you don't know people's backgrounds. The old content. I mean, I feel like the new content creator move is like what they start streaming. They make one Twitch paycheck. They quit their job and then they go full time streaming. And then probably when they start making some money, they pay all the bills that they put off for a few months. I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
that's like the new thing now. Everyone's just like, oh fuck it, got 2 viewers. I'm gonna quit my job now. It's like, well, wait a minute. You might want to hold off.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Pump the brakes. It's that's why we get punished. You do get punished for being a Destiny content creator, but it's the Destiny community is a unicorn because people like myself, Sweat, our other friends, that's in like the circle, we're all blessed to have that, viewership every day and support every day. But I see some streamers that have like 5K viewers concurrent daily, and there's sometimes that I have more subs and more revenue than they do. So like,
Yeah.
very, very thankful for the Destiny community. But again, you get penalized because when the game goes down shit creek and there's a whole bunch of drama going on in the
Shit
game,
creek.
like how we're dealing with right now, that everyone's just like, fuck it, refunding everything, not watching streamers. And then November 28th comes and they go, hey guys, what's this new content? Can't wait to do the new dungeon. I'm excited. The next day, fuck this game, uninstall. It's the big fucking loop, Because I mean, I get that a lot. Like I triggered, dude, it was so funny. I triggered people. It wasn't happening too much on Twitch, but dude, the YouTube frogs, they got baited so hard. I titled my stream Prep for Next Season. And YouTube frogs got so mad. They come in a chat. What are you prepping for? I'm like, oh, dude, I just love this game. I'm just ready to play next season. You're fucking stupid. 7-month season. You're prepping for no reason. I'm like, guys, I just want to unlock some artifacts, and
Dude, you're 100% right. I honestly think like sometimes it feels like YouTube is very bipolar with Destiny. It's either you're loving it or you're hating it. And
yeah.
it's very obvious when each of those is going on. Like around the new season, obviously people are loving it. And then
Mhm.
after that, people are like, "Stop playing this shit ass game,
Yeah,
bro."
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, bro.
People, I said this before, and I'd like your opinion on it. Do you think that just Destiny, but it could go for any other game? Do you think that the community of Destiny viewers and players I mean, they already fucking hate streamers. Some people do. But do you think that they hate seeing us have fun with the game? Like they watch you and they'd be like, Sweat's doing a GM, he's playing with friends, they're laughing, they just wiped, and they're laughing about it. They're having fun playing. Do you think people just see that you're actually having a good time and they're mad because they're bored?
Uh, I feel like some people it's probably not as big of a percentage as you probably think. I do feel like the a lot of the consideration that goes into like total outlook on Destiny, like you have a fraction of people that feel that way, and then there's like a fraction of people that feel another way, and then there's just like this big bubble of people who don't give a fuck either way, and they just say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they don't get attention since they say nothing, but yeah, the scope is it's hard to judge, to be honest, because the only scope you get is the people who are vocal. So I
But
don't
but
know.
the comment just keeps coming up of wow, you still play this game, wow, you still grind this game. Like they just
That shit's
always,
annoying.
yeah, it's so annoying. And like that's what pushed me into doing that whole bunch of variety of Lies and P and all those other games when I was juggling them a few weeks ago. Cause I just felt like every time I was playing Destiny, it would just become this chat that I'm like, what the fuck? Cause my chat don't play that shit. Like people come in talking that shit, like they're gonna get rolled and smoked. Like we all know Clyde's chat's toxic as fuck, bunch of rats. But then, no, I'm like, I'll even tell chat, I'll be like, yo, y'all got to settle down. Like, someone comes in here with just a weird attitude, and y'all fucking destroy them. Like, at least let them watch a few ads first or something. Don't scare them off
Yeah.
right away.
Mods
know?
wait after 10 minutes of ads.
Oh, dude, I do that all the time. I'm like, mods, don't you dare ban them. I'm about to hit 60-second button real quick. Let's make a few pennies, call it a day. You know, it's the dead game comment, all that. You know, I'm just over it. You know, and I feel like, you know, I was talking about this the other day. It's just I feel like content creation for just Destiny. It's for other games, but like I don't pay attention to it because obviously I'm not streaming other games as much. But I just feel like the community has like changed towards the content creators. You know, anything gets nerfed or buffed, they're blaming Salt. You know, or they're blaming
Them goddamn salty gripper motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker getting that fucking div and whale change. You know, and it's you know, and if Sweat drops a funny video, if I drop a funny video, or I drop a TikTok of anything, it's just, oh, you're the reason why the game's bad. It's like people don't realize, like I've said this before, and Sweat's heard me say it before. He said it before. Like, you guys don't understand. Like, if you drop a video, like, what the fuck is Bungie doing, and you just talk shit about the game, you will get unfollowed and blocked by the community of Bungie. They will cut you off. Like, because
streamers have much less influence on the game than you'd probably.
You don't
think that
have
they
no
do.
say. You don't have any say. You don't have any comment. Like, sure, will they listen? You know, will they listen to certain stuff? Will they listen to like some Reddit posts, or will they see some stuff on Twitter and see that it's a good idea? Sure, I'm sure that they see that it's good ideas, but they can't implement it, you know, right away. Especially with the big shitstorm that we just went through, the layoffs, you know, and now they're dealing with that. I mean, that petty shit. The most recent shit that I seen, that petty shit was, hey, I'm an employee that got laid off at Bungie, but I want to keep my name silent so I can get another job. But I'm going to sit here and tell everybody some leaks that's upcoming for season 23, for Final Shape, and the episodes. That motherfucker's stupid, whoever did that. Like,
Not only are they dumb, but like, I don't know. I guess another way you could look at it is there already were a lot of leaks anyways, so it's I don't think, I'll just put it this way. I don't think they understand how much their employees run their mouth.
oh, yeah. I mean, everybody does. I mean, that's the thing now in 2023. It's talk shit, no consequences. You know, it was, you know, it was different with me growing up. You know, talk shit, get split. You know, it was a wrap. You know, but in 2023, it's just, you're protected. You're protected by voicing your opinion on anything. You could talk about anything on Twitter. You could talk about anything on stream, as long as you're not breaking TOS, you know, and you can just fucking, you know, give excuses on why you feel that you're empowered. And, you know, and that's like a message that I feel like, which comes into being a content creator, is it's like, you know, I used this the other day, and I think Sweat's gonna laugh. Okay. All right. I'm gonna try and reenact this, and I'm gonna try and not fuck this up. Okay. Let me get a controller. Okay. So here's Sweat.
Oh boy, here we go.
Here's Sweat. You know, or no, here's Jimmy. Right? Jimmy's playing the video game. He's playing Lies of P, and he's fighting the Bunny Brotherhood. We all know we don't fuck with them. We don't like them. Okay? And they're just chilling, right? And they're gaming, and they're like, oh man, this is so much fun. I just got insta-killed. Okay, we're gonna restart this, okay? Okay. Oh, this guy's got a lot of stamina. He's spinning. Fuck this guy! I hate the game. I'm turning it off. Bullshit. No one's watching him. He's allowed to make that statement, right? No one's around. The camera's not on. He's allowed to shit talk it. Here comes in Mr. Sweat. He's playing, and he's just, you know, not a little rage. He's just like, fuck this boss. I don't like this game. That's all he did. That's all he said. But someone in chat's clipping it, being like, this guy's so toxic. He doesn't like this game. He's a fucking piece of shit. Cancel him. What the fuck? So just because he is on camera and he's a content creator, he's not allowed to say the same opinion that you just said 5 minutes ago when you were playing, motherfucker. That's the shit I don't get. That's the shit I don't get.
It is crazy. That's one thing I like had to kind of realize this year, is I tried to spend some more time with more of like, I guess my normie friends, right, that don't like live in this bubble.
Yeah.
And the shit that people still say nowadays outside of like the gaming bubble is I'm
Crazy.
like, like things really haven't changed to some degree other than in the gaming bubble where you're like you it's just so weird like how one thing is acceptable in one place and not acceptable in another,
Exactly. Stuff is acceptable in certain parts, and then it's not here. Like I don't get that. And it's man. I don't like talking about this kind of stuff, but it's just the world's fucked. Like we
because
are.
people try and spin it the worst possible way, right? They're like,
Yeah.
oh, they're saying super racist shit off stream. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
it's not like that. Like,
I
don't know, man. People are fucking weird, and that's the one thing I do. One of the things I hate about like the content creation online bubble is people will take anything that you say and spin it in the worst possible context.
Yes.
And
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know
100%.
that more than anybody, but
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can't say anything. I mean, that's why I like to come sit here and just talk, because I like doing this, just chilling and talking, and letting people see wind down, and it shows the other side of content creators. And it's you know you'll mention one thing, or I'll raise my voice because I'm playing something, or like sometimes I'll be listening to certain music, some cruncher in my ear, and I'll just speak up louder because I feel like I need to talk louder. And someone's like, "Oh my god, he's raising his voice. He's crazy. Steroids. He's fucking juiced right now, motherfucker." I always told people if I took steroids, I wouldn't be able to wipe my own ass. I'd be just walking around, just Wreck-It Ralph in the gym.
turn sideways to get through the door.
Just fucking, just fucking Timmy Tonka truck. It'd be game time.
That's gonna be your next alt name is Timmy Tonka, dude.
Yeah. But I mean, but I also feel like that people always say, well, it's your job. You took the job to be a content creator. The larger you are, the more eyes you have on you. So it's kind of like a shit take, So it's you're kind of just fucked no matter what. I mean, I guess it's a good thing, You do want more eyes on you. You do want more people, watching you and hearing about you, because not everything's bad. Because what is this? Is that rice with egg? Sheesh.
Let me get a bite of that.
Yo, boys, get yourself a woman that can cook. We got some butter garlic rice with a fried egg on top. That's why she's got a ring on her finger. Woohoo! Not just because of that reason, but you know what I mean.
Shout out Lana.
Fun fact, I've never dated a girl that can cook. I was always cooking. So this is a little different for me. But
it's gotta be a feels good.
It feels good, yeah. But what I was trying to say is like to have more eyes on you is not always a bad thing, because there's good things. You go to Twitchcon, you go to GCX, you go to other conventions. Hell, sometimes you get noticed locally. Like some of the impact that you have on people that watch you daily is worth it in the long run,
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, how it is, man. People tell you stories of how your content influences them, and you're just like, shit, I just play video games.
Yeah, like
hell, I got someone married. That was crazy.
Dude, that's always weird to me. It's like whenever I hear about people that like met each other through my chat, I'm like, never did I ever think something like that would ever happen, but it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I was walking out of TwitchCon, guy comes up, "Hey, Clyde, is that you?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I was walking around just to meet people, He's like, "Oh, wait, you can like sit here and talk? You're not in a hurry?" I'm like, "No." So he's like freaking out, and he's like, "Dude, I just won your PC giveaway. Like, it's changed my life. I got a new PC. It's like helping me with school and a job, and like it's really changed my life." And I'm like, "Fuck." I'm like, "Yeah, man. Yeah. That's great."
Somebody cutting onions in here with that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, all right, give me a hug, it's cool to just see that you have an impact on people, and I always stand by it. I'd rather be real. I'd rather tell people to face life every day and stand up to the bullshit than to be some soft ass motherfucker, because it ain't worth it. They always say fake it till you make it, but in content creation, it's a little different.
You can't really. Well, you can. It
can.
depends what you consider fake, but like, you can be a dumbass, but like, you have to. Nowadays, you have to know what you're doing at least a little bit, unless you get really lucky. There is that opportunity too.
There is the luck, but it's it's tough now, and it's sometimes just people need to hear it. Sometimes need the fire lit under their ass and told, hey, stop bitching, stop making excuses, go do it, and I feel like that's what chat's done to like us lately, because they're like, hey, if you're not having fun in Destiny, go play another game, fucker. Do it. And you're just like, fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But then you go have fun and you're like, all right. And then chat's
I'm not supposed to have fun.
I'm not supposed to have fun, damn it. I'm supposed to go play Destiny every day. And chat's like, oh, you had fun with this game? Go play this game now, and this game, But it's it's okay. It's okay to take an L. And that's what I've wondered. I've noticed that a lot. I didn't have the balls. I didn't have the balls to play other games. God of War come out, I was always playing. But
you do love your God of War.
I do love the God of War, man. But when Elden Ring came out, I played, and that was cool. But I didn't have the balls. And then that one time, I think it was at I think it was 2 years ago, GCX, or no, it was 2 years ago, New Year's. Me and Glad were all fucked up drinking. And he's like, just stop being a bitch. And I'm like, what'd you just say to me, you little fucking wet noodle? He's such a little bitch, chat. He's like, just stop being a bitch and play whatever game you want. I'm like, all right, from now on, you mention a banger title come out, I'll play. And I made that deal with him. And every time he pitches a game to me, I've went and played it. So I'm like, hey, I'm keeping my fucking deal. That's why when I had such a great time with Liza P, I'm like, dude, you gotta play this. Like, it's a banger, Because you're right around the balding spots right now. You're what, at the Bunny Brotherhood, right?
Just beat him.
You just beat him?
Yep. The pipsqueak was kicking my ass more than anything, and it made no sense.
Dude, the pipsqueak? Fuck that. Yeah. So now you're headed towards the skill check boss.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I haven't quite gotten there yet, but people are like, oh, you're going to bald at the next one.
Yeah. So after the next boss, it ramps up. Like after the next boss, each boss you fight, it just keeps ramping up. And they did nerf the boss. They did nerf some little stuffs in the game now, but it's still a challenge. But boy, oh boy. I remember I was about 80% through the game. And they announced that patch was going through to nerf stuff, and I immediately logged on to Steam and I hit don't update, because I did not want to play on like the new update. I wanted to play on the old one.
Yeah.
And it's not that bad once you get past the baldy parts, but you're at a good part in the game where it's gonna start ramping up, and the story is just gonna be like, you're like blown away. But when's the next time you're playing it?
That's a great question, to be honest.
Oh yeah, what are you working on from now until Tuesday?
Well, I'm working on this other challenge video. There's this one trick I need to practice in this speed run that is probably the hardest trick I've ever done in a video game. That shit's annoying the fuck out of me, but
you're doing the Zelda speed run still?
Yeah. So it's just trying to balance between that and Liza P. And then obviously we have like new season soon, and I've been just trying to get like this YouTube ad shit done. I have a ton of stuff Like I've had ads lined up, but no videos ready for them, and I'm like, dude, I don't fucking upload right now. So just kind of trying to just do my daily routine and maybe find something that I can put together for a video that I think will be a good video.
So what other, like what's your plan to get to Lightfall or Final Shape? Sorry, what's your
Well,
plan as a content
are we
creator?
assuming June?
We're assuming June. Yeah. What's your plan?
Um, Probably I think on new season start I'm just happy to be able to do something in Destiny again. Like I've been kind of itching to do that. So maybe do like 4 hours of Destiny and then like 4 hours of something else for like 2 weeks and then just see where it goes from there. Because I know all it really takes is like a few good videos on something else, which I think challenge videos will be successful, like a good bridge from Destiny to somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just kind of try that out for some months and just see how it goes. I've kind of realized lately, like I'm not really in a big rush anymore. Like I felt like I was, but I don't, I just, like I was saying earlier, I don't like to force things anymore. Because I used to, you know how it is. We used to pull shit out of our ass in Destiny. We did that in Arrivals for 6 months. And
Yeah.
it worked out well, but you can't do that for 3 years. Like, eventually,
I
people
did.
are just over it,
I
and
did it for 3 years. I mean, that's how I grew. I literally took a kick in the nuts for 3 years. You know.
yeah, and I mean, it still could be like it can work for people now if they're trying to grow, but I don't want to sit and do the same things I've been doing. I want to try new stuff and like not go through the ringer year after year, you know?
Well, luckily we got some bangers coming up. We got Elden Ring DLC announcement.
Yep.
First this
Hopefully at Game Awards.
first Descendant. You know
Yep.
they better come out with a banger, and you know if they launch what they offered us last time, I think it's gonna flop. But if they add, you know,
Yeah.
if there's no material farm in that game and you actually have to pay money for it, I'm swiping the card because that shit gets expensive to upgrade those.
I'll see you there.
Yep, we're gonna be swiping the credit cards. Um, but
That
yeah,
game has a lot of potential though.
it does, it does. I just kind of wanted to see like where your head was at, like with you know with leading up until the final shape, and I mean that's kind of where my head's at. You know, I told chat like every single inch of any content that is produced in this next season, I'm gonna make a video on it. I am gonna just wring out every last content of this new season, and then as soon as it's gone, it's time to just think outside the box and start doing other shit. You know, juggle it though. Like you know, play a few hours of Destiny, and then be like, hey guys, you know, we're gonna try something else. So twice a week, we're gonna try this game. You know, don't overcook it. You know, still keep your numbers up and still play to your core audience. But if there's times where you're just not having fun, you can't just push through it anymore because we've went through that. We've tried, and when it comes down to it, people just want to watch you and they want you to have fun. You know,
Yep.
that's it. You know, they want to see you having fun because you're being more entertained. You're being way more entertaining when you're playing it. You know,
Something you're more engaged with.
yeah, something you're more engaged with. So
Yep.
I think I think we're good. I really hope the people that are thinking the opposite, you know, the up and comers, you know, and there's a few up and comers that I've been keeping my eye on, you know, in the directory, and I
Mm-hmm.
hope they push. I hope they bust their ass, but don't fucking burn yourself out and tip the fuck over, because trust me, I've been there. I was the guy doing raid helps every day until I fucking hated myself.
Yeah, I mean, if we're given words of wisdom, please, for the love of fucking Christ Almighty, do not sit and make the same mistakes that other people have. I know Clyde talks about his mistakes a lot, and I have before too. Just save yourself the fucking time and please just take the advice to some degree.
No, and not everyone's gonna get lucky, you know. You do co-op games with Sweat. We're talking about another one. We actually Sweat brought a co-op game up to me, and we're just trying to figure out when.
Yeah,
But
that one's gonna be balding.
not everyone gets lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling you, a lot of people would not have gone through the bullshit I did to become friends with another content creator. I tell the story all the time. You don't know how much shit I got just by playing with Glad and Sweat. I got so much hate mail. You know, redeem Dick
Redeem Dick
Rider,
Rider.
redeem
Yeah.
Dick Rider. You know, fucking Sweat made you. You know, if it wasn't for Sweat, you wouldn't be fucking known on Destiny. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I was streaming before these motherfuckers. Like, what? You know? And it's like, you know, it's crazy. And I got a lot of hate mail, a lot of it. And then I got the weird ones like, yo, what's it like to be Sweat's friend? You know?
People are weird, bro.
The best one was, what's it like to live with Sweat? Everyone, we made one little skit video when I was there, and everyone thought I loved it. Dude, somebody messaged me. It was a random email. Obviously, it was a phishing email, but they were like, how much would you charge to steal Sweat's underwear? And it was a troll because next week I got one saying, hey, how much for your underwear? You know, so it was from the same person. We're not stupid here, but there's some fucking weirdos out there, okay?
Listen, if they gave you a high price, I would have gave you fucking all my undies. We'll split the profits.
We could have got some Famunda cheese on there and split the profit, you know?
True.
Someone did fuck around and send me, well, I think it was you. It was someone in your community that sent us those smelly panties, but I really think it was you that sent me those to my P.O. box.
Bro, I'll send you my fucking card statements. It was not me.
All right,
Because I got that shit in my P.O. box too.
Whoever sent you the shit, they sent me it too. And I'll never find out who did that, but someone sent me used fucking nasty panties. It was like a gift, but it was in like a package thing, you know? It said on the wrapper like used panties. I'm like, oh, hell no.
Yes, it was smellmythong.com.
It was like smellmythong.com, yeah. It was I'll never forget, man, the fucking dude. The weirdest thing I got in my P.O. box was the fucking bag of dicks.
The gummy dicks?
The bag of gummy dicks, but I was so fucking mad that day because it was literally the first day that I had my sign lit up, my logo sign. And I cleaned my stream room I dusted everything. Pure Chill, hope you're listening to that. You know, might want to pull out the dust, you know. I dusted the whole stream room. I made it fucking perfect. I had the light plugged in. I'm like, yo, look at this. This sign's cool. And someone sent me that bag of dicks. And when I opened the package, there was a fucking glitter bomb in it. And glitter went everywhere. It went all over my keyboard, all over the floor. I was mad as shit. So I'm like, oh, I got a bag of dicks. Cool. So, I ate one. It was pretty good.
Sounds like something CJ would do, motherfucker.
I thought it was like someone like him, but it was actually one of my mods. So. But yeah, that's a CJ special for sure. But I was pissed.
Yes, it is.
I was pissed, but you know, it's it happens. But I mean, sometimes it's weird to get the stuff to the P.O. box. But as a matter of fact, I haven't checked that bitch in a while. I might have to go check that. I used to get like text alerts when I'd have mail there, but now I don't.
Them giving you the phone call, yo, come pick your shit up. It's full.
Yeah. But right now we're gonna give chat a little bit of time for like a little Q&A if you guys got anything before we wrap this up. So if you guys got any questions, we can pay attention to chat and answer as we see them. So fire away. Just make sure it's TOS, no weird shit.
Speaking of that skit, though, I got a skit I want to do whenever you guys come down here. I had a really good idea.
Yeah, I'll be there. I told you I want to come down to Texas in February or before that. So it's coming up.
Yeah.
All right. We knew that was coming. The first question: if you could change one thing in Destiny, what would it be?
Get rid of the corporate freaks overshadowing the game.
That's tough. One could say you could get canceled for something like that.
I don't care what the fucking suits say. Fuck them. A lot of the devs are cool, man. Like I've met a lot of people from Bungie, and most of them are really nice to me. They're intimidated when they meet me. I could tell, bro, especially at TwitchCon.
Yeah.
The Bungie guys, I was getting that look, bro, before I was saying what's up. They're like, "Oh, great, here comes this jackass." But
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say for me the one change is just if I could make one change, just loot incentive to grind the game like we used to. And I know that's copium, but are we doing any Larry days before the season ends? We won't do any Larry days before Tuesday, but we could definitely do some like some help dungeon runs on the new dungeon. Like you guys can come play with me and Sweat or something. We could set something like that up. How much do you bench currently?
Me?
No.
I gotta open up my notes.
He's got the notes. He's got the chart when he's working out. He's serious.
Wait, I've been writing shit down. 4 sets of 125. I've not maxed at all, but
4 sets of 125.
yeah.
I mean it's pretty good, you know.
It's more than I benched in high school. In high school, I was benching like fucking 90 pounds, and I was losing my mind.
Moving up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one day before you hit the chest, you know, just crank some weight on there and see how much you can push out.
Might try today. We'll see. Today's push day.
I think you got one. I think you can get 170
for 1 rep.
Yeah, I think you get 170 clean.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I think you'd have to give me a few more weeks for that, but
all right,
we'll see.
The goal is 160. 160. Let's see if we got any other questions in here. If you could revert one content piece from Destiny Content Vault that was in the game, what would it be?
0 hour.
0 hour. Yeah, I knew he was gonna say that. Me personally, I don't want anything from the Content Vault because I like new shit. Because new stuff is way better. You know, old stuff just sucks. You know, but
yeah,
0 hour. The feeling of getting to that boss room, knowing you got to fight a big servitor, Solar Void and Arc Shanks, 2 tanks, a fucking boss, turrets. It was hectic, and the timer just made you go nuts. But if we ran that mission right now with the current sandbox, we'd smoke it. But that was a good one. Most memorable thing I did with Sweat.
Oh god.
Oh god. The fucking door clip.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, which door clip?
Yeah,
like
there's
the
2 door
in-game one
clips.
or the out-of-game one?
There's in-game and there's out-of-game. The big bird was memorable, but you know, I would say when the door in-game didn't open, you know, that was prime Clyde and Sweat content right there, you know.
You gotta play the audio clip because you were saying something about jerking off and being a happy camper when you go to sleep or something. I watched it recently and it was so fucking funny.
Wait, oh, you're saying the full clip before that?
Yeah, because it was not only like us raging at the door, but you were God. Okay, well, let me see if I can fill in another question while I find this.
Okay. But yeah, so I mean, some of those. I mean, we've had a lot of gaming moments together, but it was, you know, just stuff like that. I've never watched the full rant. Honestly, I haven't. I never went back and watched it. What's your guys' ideal sandbox? Ideal sandbox? I mean, more primary fights, and that's what they're trying to do with the new game mode. I just hate I hate PvP in Destiny 2, period. It's not fun. I play with the pure Chilium special and I get my free carry and call it a day. I get the hot carry, you know. If I want some loot, I go play with the boys, stack it up, and go get my shit.
Essentially the clip, like 825.
825.
Around there, yeah.
Alright, we're gonna... This should play over the stream.
Thinking about myself again. That's Clyde. And starting the mission and going, oh shit, spawning Eris again! Right. Can't wait to drive back down! god, dude.
Yo, guys, super fun quest. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Let's go.
This is what's funny. Everybody that was laughing at us for doing all these and they did 0, they're sitting in their fucking chairs laughing at us right now. We're like, ah, idiot. I'm not stressed. I'm gonna go jerk off tonight and be a happy camper in the morning because it'll be fixed by then. God damn it! I'm gonna go jerk off tonight.
He's not wrong. That's the sad
Not wrong,
part.
dude.
You guys want to go play Minecraft? Because I'm about fucking done, dude.
Dude, that's the shit I miss more than anything. Like just the
Bro,
boys sitting in Discord fucking around.
That's an OG.
dude.
Yeah, that's an OG. That's one of them. But yeah, I mean, honestly, there's too many. There's too many times to go across. But those were good. It's always a good moment when we just whenever I game, talk to him or play or hang out in real life or just I don't know. He's a good guy. Hard friends are hard to come across. Luckily, I don't have to put up with his bullshit too much.
Only a couple times a week.
Only a couple times. Has Sweat ever invited me to Clan Redeem? Well, the thing is, I tried out, okay, and the last hot dog couldn't go in. So Glad laughed at me when I stuck the last hot dog up my ass, and it broke. So they were, it was like Glad and Sweat and all the other Modern and all the boys were on Discord, and they were just laughing at me like, "You're a piece of shit, pussy. You're never good enough, anyways." We knew it. So when that last
Imagine not being able to fit 45 hot dogs up your ass.
when that last hot dog broke, I ain't shit. So
Yep.
hey, just I stayed on the backup the whole time. That's the whole purpose of it. Really, I had a plan the whole time. If we could stream anywhere in the world, where would it be? Oh God, I'll let you go first while I think about that one.
Is this just like a one-time event thing or just like
it's
all the time?
That's what I think about. Yeah.
Like a one-time event? What would I? Oh fuck. My mind is blank.
Yeah, that's something, right?
Like a one-time event stream? I don't know, maybe I do think like doing some sort of like Ninja Warrior-esque thing with a bunch of streamers I think would be hilarious.
Yeah, I was
But
thinking more of like some Survivor shit, like
yeah.
stream out in the woods. I wouldn't want to go anywhere tropical, but somewhere where I can just go chill in the woods, like Canada or like a real forest, like somewhere with like log tree houses, something like that for like a week, stream out in the wilderness, fucking no. I wouldn't be able to have like no cell phone or nothing, just I would just have to record it, and stream and you got to go get your own food, just straight fucking caveman shit. That'd be cool, but takes a lot of audio. I can't do that shit no more, man. I'm starting to feel it at age, man. I used to do Tough Mudder competitions and all this other shit like it was nothing, and now I'm just, everything's starting to hurt more. Like I get these arm pains, I got this armpit pain, my fucking knees, my back. I'm like, damn. So I tell people, like, be safe when you work out now. If you're young, make sure you don't go balls to the wall and lift too heavy and do stupid shit because it catches up. It does.
Lana.
It does. It sucks. But, you can sit here and bitch about it all you want, but it happens, But again, you can take care of yourself, eat right, stretch, go to the gym. It helps.
Yeah.
I'm not no Ronnie Coleman. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you wake up and you're just like, what the fuck? I didn't know my back could crack like that. You're just getting out of bed. It's like, you're like, oh, shit.
Couldn't tell if that just broke or...
Is that okay? Yeah, we pretty much it's like what Sweat said. Once once we drain next season of all its content and we have time to play other stuff, there's other co-op games we've thought about, pairing up with and playing. you know.
Maybe some IRL stuff too.
Yeah, we might
Like-
have some IRL stuff because like we decided when we were at Vegas that if content does get pushed back till final shape in June, we need to fucking hit the panic button and do something. So, you know, if I got to go down to Texas a couple
Austin.
days, yeah, to Austin a couple days and like hang out with him and we'll do some content up there and then like the boys can come here and crash and we can do some stuff here. You know, I got extra PCs here. So I mean, you know, we really need to like be inventive and, you know, come up with some kind of content to keep people entertained. So we're working on it. It's just, you know how it is. You know, we'll say we want to do one thing one week, and then that'll shit'll get pushed back for a month. You know, it's just like this. You know, I've been wanting to bring back the podcast for a while, and everyone was like, "You should start having people on," and I'm like, "All right, well, I'll see how it goes." But you know, when I pitched it to Sweat, and I was like, "Hey, you know, this is a perfect time. You're not busy. I'm not busy. Let's run it." So.
Yes, sir.
Plus, it's cool to just sit back and bullshit and not have to worry about what we're playing and what we're doing. We could talk to you guys
Constantly
about
producing.
yeah, constantly producing and being shit at video games. And I'm washed, dude. I don't know about you, man, but when I see people play like Destiny now, like how much they try in PvE and PvP, I'm like, dude, I suck.
I feel you there. Like, I know I suck, and there still is a part of me that like I think I want to like be good, but the smarter part of me wants to focus on making better content because people don't really care about people being good in Destiny anymore.
Oh.
They really don't. Like they used to. PvP, yes,
Yeah.
they still do, but PvE is nowhere near where it used to be with like
No, it
people used to
be
care
huge.
only about like solo challenges and all this other shit. Like nobody really gives a fuck anymore.
Yeah, it was. But I feel like we're not the only game that deals with that. I mean, look at all the Fortnite gamers that came back. Like all the
Oh, yeah.
OGs are getting stomped by the new bloods because they're fucking building, you know, hotels in 10
The
seconds.
Taj Mahal.
The Taj Mahal, you know, the old, you know, they build the Fortnite tower. They open up the door. They flick you off. They close it. Then they fucking open it up again, shotgun you, fucking hit you with the L dance. You know, it's because
The fucking L dance.
yeah,
dude.
I mean, you know, it's like I hear it. I heard those guys like literally. There was clips on TikTok of them. They're like, dude, I can't hang with these kids no more. So they're like, fuck this shit. You know, I'm just gonna play casual. So I mean, that's how I feel out with Destiny. It's just like, hey, as long as I'm providing entertaining content, but also putting out some cool tips, like, hey guys, this is how you get unlimited shards, or you know, I like doing the guides and stuff, but man, I can't sit there and grind, you know, some solo challenge for hours and hours and hours like I used to. I learned my lesson on that in Destiny a long time ago. Don't grind a solo challenge or some hard shit because the next day when you finish it, there's a glitch in the game and they one-shot it in 10 minutes and you worked 40 hours on it. Nope.
Yeah, we love Riven.
We'll take one more because I just seen it. Two more. Favorite exercise to do at the gym. I like skull crushers. I'm big into shoulder and tricep workouts, but I love skull crushers. You know, get on the bench and just fucking crank them. You know, I don't know, just doing arms and shoulders. You just when you're just, you know, I don't do the dude bro at the fucking gym, you know, and stare at the mirror, but like, you know, when you're lifting the weights and you just, you know, my shoulders get all fucking jacked up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, I don't know. I just feel like a fucking animal. I used to be. I mean, I used to be fucking scary. I was like 250, just fucking bricked up. Just yeah. I can't eat like that no more. I can't do dieting, weighing my macros and shit. But one last one. What would you guys want to do if you weren't streaming? Let you answer.
Like as a job or
Yeah. Like if you weren't a content creator, what would you do?
If I wasn't a content creator.
What'd you want to be when you grew up when you were younger?
Um, I don't even remember. The only thing I've thought about since I was like 12 is making content. If I wasn't making content, I'd probably be helping somebody make content. I don't know if that counts, but like, I don't know. I like helping people a lot,
It's an
so
honest answer.
some sort of something like that.
It's an honest answer, yeah. I wanted to do like tactical force, SWAT, and that's the job I was gonna take before I became a content creator.
Clyde the bulldozer busting down fucking doors.
That's what Lana calls me, the bulldozer. She says I'm so like clumsy and just run into shit. But yeah, I wanted to do SWAT, so I was gonna go be a patrolman, a patrol officer for 2 years, and then I was gonna apply for SWAT, and I wanted to be like, you know, tactical insertion unit, and drug task force, and all that shit. But I realized that you don't make a good living off that. Depending, you know, the pay on that kind of job is depending on what area you're in. You know, like there's some areas by me that have the highest crime rate in Cleveland, and they make 50 grand a year. But then you go work for a security company, you know, like I call it the security card job, because like it's like the safest city around me, and they make like 90,000 as an officer, you know,
Yeah,
and it's bullshit. So
the risk reward is not worth it.
no, I wouldn't want to be like Mr. Beast. That's like his shit.
Yeah,
But
that's almost too much, man.
it's
Like,
too much, man. Yeah, he
I love
does.
Jimmy, but like, dude, being that big, you just have too much of a target on your back. I'm fine just floating somewhere in the middle, doing my thing, taking care of the people I care about.
I'm
That's
happy.
it.
I'm happy right where I'm at. I've worked the nastiest of the nastiest jobs. I've worked 9 to 5s. Shit. I used to work 70 hours a week. You know, I used to do crazy, grindy shit. I wouldn't trade this job for nothing. You know, I like being a content creator. I like influencing people, and I like working from home.
Yep. Home is nice.
Home is
Thank you,
nice.
Chad.
But so yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. But just wanted to see what Sweat pretty much said he's gonna be working on variety content and new seasonal content. Are you streaming on YouTube yet, or are you doing just Twitch streams?
I did one. It was a little weird. I might try it again at some point. I'm still weighing my thoughts on what I think about YouTube streaming nowadays, but
That's not bad.
it's all right.
So if you guys don't know, you can literally follow his shit on everything. Sweatcicle on YouTube, on Twitch, and are you still doing TikTok?
No.
No. I know his TikTok is not Sweatcicle because his first account got banned because we seen a dick.
Yep. We seen the cock.
We seen the cock. But yeah. Find us streaming all the time, being Destiny fucking no lifers until some other variety kicks in.
Yep.
So I appreciate you guys tuning in to the podcast. We brought it back. I thank Sweat for coming on and entertaining us
Thanks for having
tonight.
me.
And yeah, we'll have the next guest and date lined up. It won't be next weekend because of the dungeon release, and it won't be December 9th. That's Saturday because that's my family Christmas party. So we're gonna do the podcast on Friday, which will be December 8th. So that'll be the next one, and we'll find a new guest.